So in our yesterday class, we have discussed the basics of the semiconductor memories. In that part, we have discussed on what are the categories. So comes under that semiconductor memory. So one is that volatile, another is non-volatile. So under volatile, you know that DRAM and SRAM, and under non-volatile, that is ROM, that mask ROM, or PROM, programmable ROM. Under programmable, so different types of ROMs are there, erasable, then electrical erasable, all this flash memory, all these things are there under that non-volatile. Okay, here the main concern is the volatile, DRAM and SRAM. So we have already discussed the basics of DRAM and SRAM, and which is faster, all the area, power consumption, and the size means that speed. Okay, so all these things, read operation, write operation, okay, and cost, all these things we have discussed between that SRAM and DRAM. Okay, and we have also discussed a simple DRAM. So it consists of a transistor. Okay, so DRAM, so it's one transistor, okay, one capacitor. Okay, so this is your word line. Okay, this is your bit line. Okay, so this is your output. So this is a simple DRAM. Okay, so similarly we have discussed the SRAM also. A preliminary block diagram we have discussed. So that is okay. So this is your bit line or bit line bar. Okay, this part is your static memory element, 1 bit. Okay, so and this switch, this switch and this switch. Okay, so these are the access transistors. So this also. So this access transistors, and this 1 bit static memory node is nothing but a back-to-back connection of 2 inverters. Okay, so it's till the power is on, so this value will retain. Okay, it will be in a stable point. It is 1 means it will be 1 means till the power is on. 0 means it's 0. Okay, and this access transistor, when we will do the read or write operation, so that time we have to on this. Okay, so that we can read this value through this bit line, or we can write something here. Okay, or we can change, modify this value. Okay, through this. So that's why this is called access transistor. Okay, so this access transistor is nothing but it's connected to a common line, that is word line. Okay, when this word line will be 1 high, then this will be on. That time you can do either read operation or write operation. Okay, so this is the basic things of the SRAM. So now we will go detail on this SRAM. See here, so how many? So this is Walker, Sweetie, Swapnanjali, Soumya. Okay, good. So for at least 4 members are new this to SRAM. Others are at least know these things. Okay. So we have already discussed the memory. What is the importance? What is the application? What is day by day? What's the industry? Means is growing on this SRAM domain. Okay, so that you already we have discussed. So now first we'll see that SRAM. Okay, so the structure, if you see the structure, okay, we have discussed only the 1 bit memory cell. But in the real case, we want a huge memory. It's megabyte or gigabyte like that. Okay. So for that, the number of unit cell will be huge. Means millions or means thousands of millions cells are required. Okay. So that every unit cell will be placed in a square manner. Okay. Suppose, for example, we use a 4x4 memory. Okay, 4-bit into 4-bit memory. That means we need a 16, at least 16 cells. Okay, 16 unit cells. So how we'll place that? So here you have to place one cell here. It will be 4 row and 4 column. Okay, so this is your total memory area. Okay, inside a processor, suppose you are using cache memory. So it's a 4x4-bit memory, means that is total 16 cells will be arranged in this way. Okay, so that will total area will be reduced. If you place in this one line, then again the length will be more. Okay, if you put in this, the width will be more. So to optimize the area, we have to put in a matrix format. Okay, so 4x4 means in this way you have to put. So now, so you can access any cells in between this totals from 16 cells. Okay, so for that you have to give some address. Okay, so here that is called word driver. Okay, so this is called address decoder. Okay, here also column. Okay, so write driver. Okay, column decoder, everything is there. So here what the thing is, suppose for all the cells there is a common VDD. Okay, here also maybe suppose ground, this ground and this ground is connected, again common VDD, common ground, common VDD, like this. Okay, so here this part is VDD, this is ground. Here this is ground, this is VDD. Here this is VDD, this is for every cell. Again the word line. Okay, so word line means that access transistors gate is common for all. For this 4 cells there is a word line. Okay, so for this cells also there is another word line. This is another word line. This is another line. Okay, so these are the word lines. Word lines are connected here. Okay, here. So word lines is required because suppose you want this cell. Similarly, the bit lines are there. Okay, so here the every column has 2 lines, 2 bit lines. Similarly, here 2 bit lines. Okay, so this is connected to our write driver. Okay, again we can collect the data. So whether we can read the data from this line, or we can write the data through this line. Okay, that's why this is connected to the write driver, and again it is connected to column decoder. So here the thing is, that means this is your word line and this is your bit line, like this. Okay, word line, word line, word line. Again for every cell 2 bit lines. For every cell 2 bit lines. Suppose we want a particular cell. So for that we have to select the particular address. That means you have to on this line. That means all 4 cells will be selected. Then you have to select again from bit line these 2. So here all lines are selected. Here all lines are selected. The common is here. So we will only access this data. That means we will read this data, or we will write here. Suppose it's 0 is there, so you have to write. We will write 1. We will modify the data, or whatever the data is there, you can read through this line. So this way the SRAM is working. Okay, that's why this address decoder and column decoders are there. So to select the particular address of this location. Okay, understood these points? Yes or no? Vakar, Soumya, Akanksha.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting this point? What is the address? How we are placing the unit cells in this format? Okay, what is bit line? What is that word line?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now I said is the total memory area, but we have to discuss the single cell. Okay, how it is, what is the operation of that single cell? Okay, how will do the write operation, how will do the read operation? Okay, how will make the transistor sizing? All these things you have to know. Okay, so for that single cell, suppose this is the single cell. So for single cell, you need a word line. Suppose this is word line and 2 bit lines. Okay, this is word line. This is bit line and bit line bar. Okay, then VDD is there, ground is there. Okay, then also another precharge things will be there. So I'll say what is that. So here the single cell is nothing but if you design the single cell, I said this single cell is nothing but it contains 6 transistors. Okay, and 4 transistors will be for memory element. Okay, 1 bit memory element and 2 transistor for access transistor. That is to access that read or to modify the memory, right? Okay, so this is your circuit. Okay, so here this is one inverter. This is another inverter. So this is a VDD. This is ground. Okay, so now you can see yesterday we have discussed also that 2 inverters back to back connected. Okay, that means suppose this is inverter 1. So output of inverter is connected to the input of second inverter. That means this is first inverter. Okay, this is first inverter. This is also access transistor. So this is first inverter, this is second inverter. Okay, so output of the first inverter is connected to where? Input of second inverter. So how will connect? So this is your output of first transistor inverter. So you will connect to where? Here. Yes or no?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Then output of the second inverter connected to the, this is the output of the second inverter. Connect to input of first inverter. Clear how the circuit is connected? Yes or no? Now here, this is the access transistor again. This is the access transistor. Okay, so that from here to this is access transistor. So this is your bit line bar, and this is your access transistor. This is your bit line. So bit line. Okay, so now this is your VDD actually, and you can see these two is connected to where? I said these two is connected to where? Occur. See the left figure. This two is connected to where? Hey, you people are so. Why I'm teaching, I don't know. So sweetie, where to connect that two transistors gate? Hello, sweetie, are you there or not? Soumya?
Yes, sir.
So where it will connect that two gates?
So to the VDD.
To the VDD. Okay, so Pakar?
Yes, sir. VDD.
Okay, then who is there? Sweetie? See, Sweetie, you are not there. So I'll put absent or? So people are not interested at all. Okay, so Akkar and Soumya said it's connected to VDD. So what is the left figure? What is the so why we are not? You are not using this simple. What I'll say. Yesterday I have explained these things. Today also I am explaining this thing. Still you are saying this two will connect to VDD. So are you getting or randomly you said that it will connect VDD? Okay, Wakar, why it will connect to VDD? You have some thought. Please explain why it will connect to VDD. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Why it will be connected to VDD? This and this. Okay, suppose I am giving the name. This is M3. This is M4. This is M1, M2, M5, M6. So M3 and M4 transistors gate will connect to VDD according to you. So why? Why you are thinking it will connect to VDD? So this is NMOS. It will connect to VDD. What happen?
It will open. It will be open.
It will open means it will short circuit or close.
Yeah.
But switch will on. You are saying na?
Yes.
Switch
Yes,
will
sir.
on. Okay. So what happens if switch will on? Then see, yesterday I said na, means how is operating that SRAM 60 SRAM. So here in the left figure, what I have mentioned. Here this is two lines. This is one line. What is
It's
this line?
connected to bit line.
It's connected to bit line. This connected to bit
Word
line.
line. Word line. Right.
And then why word line? So we are not concentrating. Okay, just you are sitting and listening what I am saying. You are not thinking at all. Yesterday I said same thing. See, this is the access transistors. Okay, the read and write, whatever the operations. Only when this transistor will be on, that time you can read or write. Read means you will read this value. This is a memory element. Okay, how much time I will say this is a memory element? That means it's 1 means 1, it's 0 means 0. If power is there, then it's 1 means 1, it's 0 means 0. That means you are storing 1 bit memory. Okay, 1 bit you are storing 1 bit here. 1 bit is either 0 or 1. Okay, so it's 1 means it's 1. That means this bit, this memory cell stored 1. Okay, If it's 0, that means this memory stored 0. Okay, so whatever the things you are doing means it's stored in the 0-1 format or high-low format. Okay, so it's 1 means or high means it's high, because if it is high, then this value will come to here, then this NMOS will on, it will 0. Okay, so 1 0 1 every time same, it will not change. Okay, so we will read that. Okay, in that particular location or particular address, what is stored in that particular bit, what is stored? It's stored 1 or 0. So that thing you have to read. Okay, समझ रहे हो ना नहीं? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Very basic thing. Just think, it's a 1-bit memory element. It's stored 1 or 0. So we are reading or we are modifying that. Suppose we are, for example, a pen drive. What we are doing? So either we are copying things from your computer to pen drive, or you are sending from pen drive to computer. Okay. So when you are reading, whatever the data is, you are reading, or you are sending something, you are changing the memory. Okay, we are writing. Similarly, I'm giving a 1-bit memory. It's 1 bit, only 1 bit it will store. Okay, so you'll read that 1 bit. Okay, how will read? So this is a memory element. You will read through this transistor. Okay, so this is the bit line and this is the bit line bar. So these thing will, some other circuits are there. Okay, this will connect. Okay, so finally we'll, at the output you will get that whether it's 0 or 1. Okay, or if you'll change, suppose initially it was 1, you want to change it to 0, then you have to give 0 here, then this will on, then forcefully it will change 1 to 0. That means you are writing something. So this is very important. If you're not understanding this point, then next step you will not understand. So first understand these things. Okay, so this is 1-bit memory, and we are writing or reading this value through these two transistors, that M3 and M4. Okay, this is access transistor, and when you will read or write, only when this will be on, this path will be closed. Okay, so that's why this is your word line. Okay, word line means some address will send some address. Okay, in that previous previous figure I said na, some address decoder and word line driver is there. So that signal will go to this value. When this will be on, then these two transistors will be on. So that time we can read this value or we can write this value. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
So now you explain how you will read this from this memory element. What is the procedure? Suppose you stored 0. Okay, 0 here and this is 1. Suppose you want to read this value. How you will do that? Are you getting or not? Prakar?
Yes, sir. Means
how
this is word line. It will give the address. It will give the address to. It will give the address to here. Means here one. If we put 0, if we give 0, then this circuit will be short circuit, and 1 will pass through it. It will return to. Let me annotate it.
Okay, that read and write thing I will explain later in detail. But thing you should know, when these two transistors are on, that time you can do read or write operation. Okay, that is important. Okay, so next thing I will discuss how you will read and how you will write. Okay, you should know this is a 1-bit memory unit. Okay, so it will not change until unless till the power is there, it will not change its value, and we can read that value through this transistor, and also we can modify that value through this transistor. So this is the very basic things. about the 6 states. Clear? And this word line is nothing but we are sending the address for a particular location. This is 1 bit. It has some particular location inside a memory. Inside a memory, suppose this is 1 bit. This is 1 bit. All are 1 bit. Okay. Suppose this one, we want this one to read or write. So this one may be this. Okay. So for that we have to give a word line and you have to select this. Okay. Similarly, the through column decoder, we have to also active these two. Finally, we will get the value, read value here, or we will write through this. Okay. So these are the basic things. Okay. Clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next, again I'll, and here the two important things you should know. Again, I have to draw the diagram. So please think about this. So don't sit idle and listen. So you will not understand anything. It's circuit. It's not other thing. Okay. So this is your word line, and this is your bit, and this is your bit line. Okay. So see how it's, suppose for we are doing some read operation. Okay. So read operation means, for example, this is M3, M4. So M1, M2, M5, M6. Okay. So in your Kang book, exactly in this format, your figure is there. That's why I'm giving this way. So it will be easy for your reading. Okay. So again, so a lot of things are there. So this is one memory cell. Okay. But actually, in the case, so lots of memory cells are there. Okay, all lines are connected. Access transistor, all bit lines are connected. Okay, so like this. So every, suppose another cell is here, another cell is there. That bit line is connected here. That bit line is connected here, like that. So all means thousands of millions of cells are there. Okay, so for that here, this is the bit line. Okay, so this node, you have some capacitance, intrinsic capacitance, you know, for the transistors. Yes or no? Suppose this is drain to bulb or source to gate. Some intrinsic capacitance for every cell, every transistor. Yes or no? You have studied that. For every transistor, some intrinsic capacitances are there. So if here in this line, thousands of this cell will connect. That means thousands of transistors. This transistor and this transistor there. That means overall the intrinsic capacitance will be huge. Okay. So if it is connected in a memory, all are interconnected. So here the parasitic capacitance will be a huge parasitic capacitance you will get. So this is, you are not connecting. This is internal actually. Okay. So huge capacitor you will get it here. Are you getting this point? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Samya?
Yes, sir.
Okay, getting this point, how these capacitors are coming, because lots of transistors are connected in this line. Okay, from every transistors you will get some intrinsic capacitances. So that capacitance will add, finally you will get a huge capacitor, that is CL. Okay, so I think this is clear. Okay, so now here, so this is 1 point and this is 2. Suppose this is 0, 0 value stored, it's 1. Okay. So what happened when this transistor, okay, when you will read, before read, you have to give some another circuit arrangement that is called pre-charge circuit. So this is ground, this is VDD. Similarly, this side also. This side also. This is VDD. This is ground. Okay. So what happened during read operation? What we will do? So this is 0. Ground means 0. That means this is on. Okay, this is on. So this is on means this is VDD. So here you will get VDD. VDD means is high. Okay, here also high. Okay, that means this capacitor will charge with this VDD. So capacitor will fully charge. That all the huge capacitance, okay, will charge. So after that what we will do? We will give this to high word line. So that time this will be on and this will be on. Okay, this will be on and this will be on. So now we are able to read the data. What the data is here? It's 0 and 1. So what's the data is there? We have to read. Okay. So now how will we get that data? See, once this is on, see this value is 1 and this is 0 means this transistor is on and this transistor is on. This is off and this is off. See, is 0 means this is ground. So definitely this will be on. So that you will get 0 here initially for this memory element. So if it is 0 means this is on and this is on and this is off and this is off. Okay. So if this is on and this value is high and this, now we have given a high voltage to on this transistor. Now there is a path here, only these two transistors is on. So this is on, this is on. Yes or no? So one by one. See, first we have given a 0 value here. So this is charged to VDD. Okay, this capacitor is fully charged. This value is high value now. Now after that, so we have to give, we give a high signal here. This transistor on, this transistor on. Okay, so think about this transistor. And initially it was 0. 0 means this transistor was on. So now this two transistor, this transistor and this transistor is on now. Okay. So if these two transistors are on and it's 1 and it's 0, okay. So one it's on means it's like a resistor. It's also like a resistor. Okay. So you can see, so it's high value, it's value 1, high value. There is one resistor and here also one resistor. It's 0 value. Okay. So it's like a voltage divider circuit. Yes or no? This is VDD. This is 0. This is some resistor. This is some resistor. So this value will be what? What will be this value? Suppose this is R1 and this is R2.
VDD to R1 divided by R1 plus R2.
Yes or no? So this value will get here. Okay. That means this capacitor, whatever the charge is stored, so gradually it will discharge, okay, through this point. So now initially it was 0, now it will increase. Okay, this value it will increase, though two resistors are there, so this value will increase. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here think about this value. So initially it was what? 1. Okay, this is on, and this value also 1. So there is no change at this point, because this was 1, this is 0 means this is 1. Okay, so this is 1 and this is 1. Okay, this is on, so nothing changed. So it will be exactly at high value. But this value initially it was high. Okay, after that when these two transistors will be on, now this value, this capacitor, whatever the charge stored in this capacitor, this will discharge in this path. Okay, that means this node will be less than VDD. Okay, it was initially charged to VDD, but when this transistor will be on, both transistors, so this will discharge, some value will discharge. Okay, so now here if you will connect some circuit here, some other circuit you will connect. Okay, that will discuss the sense amplifier. So whatever it will check the difference between two nodes. This is high voltage and this is less than high. Okay, so that it will some difference, this circuit will send some difference. Okay, suppose this is 5 voltage, so it will get suppose 4.7 voltage. Okay, or 4.5 voltage, like that. So overall you will get a 0.5 voltage difference. Okay, so that 0.5 voltage will amplify and it will say that this node was 0. Okay, so in this way you can read. Got the point? So this is the thing. So how we'll read this value as a 0? Okay, so this is 0 means this is on, this value will decrease, and this is constant, it will not change. And finally you'll compare these two value, okay, two node value, and it will get some difference. That difference will amplify and it will say that this value is 0. Okay, so here you can understand how the reading operation is there. But for that read operation, you have to design the transistor such a way that so during the reading operation, this data will not destroy. Getting my point or not? We are reading the value. Whatever the value is here, we are reading. But you have to means more means careful that this value should not destroy during this read operation, during this read time. Okay, when it will destroy this value, and can anyone say when this value will this whatever the value is stored, suppose it is stored, just it's a simple common sense use karo. So say when this value will destroy. Okay, so this is VDD. So your word line. This is your bit line. This is your bit line. And this capacitor. So initially both will charge to VDD. Okay, this is charged to VDD, this is charged to VDD. Now this circuit is off. Okay, so now sorry, bit line. So now when this will be on, there is a direct path here, ground. Okay, so my question is, initially this was 0 and this is 1. So we are reading this value. Okay, when this whatever the memory is stored, means the value is stored, will destroy, will change during that read operation. So actually, to preserve that value or not to destroy, so we are doing the transistor sizing. Okay, suppose I said I have not done the sizing properly. When the value will change, but reading operation we said on means till the power is on, this value will be preserved. This is 0 means it will be 0. Okay, and this is 1 means it will be 1. But when we are reading, this is on and this value is VDD and this value is VDD, there is a chance of destroying data. And when this thing will occur, can anyone explain this thing? And again, I am giving the hint. This is on and this is on. This is off. This is off. Okay. And which condition this value will change? We are reading, but instead of reading this, we will read some other value. Means 1. Please think, yeah. Then Wakar. Wakar. Soumya.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting my question or not? First, one by
Yes,
one.
sir.
Okay. So then what will be the answer? Sweetie?
If the on circuits are getting off and the off circuit
okay,
gets
okay,
on,
okay, okay. So, right. So what you said?
the on circuit gets off and the off circuit gets on.
Okay, I just mentioned 1, 2, 5, 6, 3, 4. Okay. So now name the transistor and set.
1 and 6 gets off and 5 and 7 gets on.
Yeah, exactly. So right answer. Why are not saying? So when this 1 transistor and 6 transistor will be off, then this will be changed. Okay, this is off means this is on.
Yes.
Okay, so this is on means what happened? This is on means this is 0. This is 0 means this is 1. Okay, it will change. Very simple answer. Okay, so first step you understood. This will be off. This and this will be off. When this condition will happen, that is fine. This and this will be off. When that condition will arise, when it will be off. For a simple
When the
inverter,
capacitor is not.
it's simple inverter. Okay. When this will off, this will on, or when this will off, or this will on. So this is simple formula. Here we can put. When this will off. This is my question.
When
Now,
the capacitor is not VDD, it is 0.
This capacitor, left capacitor.
Yes.
Okay, it is 0. When it will be 0? It is stored to VDD. Okay, it is stored to VDD. Then it will discharge fully. You are saying this will be 0. No, this is huge capacitor. It's stored to VDD. To discharge this capacitor, it will take long time. Okay, but our read cycle is very short. So during that read operation, so our motto is it should not change this value. But what is the condition? That's why we are sizing the transistor. But suppose we have not done the proper sizing, so there is a chance of changing this value. So at which condition this value will change? So first, Soumya said this will be this and this will be off. That is okay. But at which condition or which voltage this will be off?
When we will give one, when we'll give one to first and second, here we'll give 0.
We'll give no the right condition is you have to give first it will be charged, then we'll close this circuit. Then during that condition, what will happen? Because this is on. Okay, you are not. See, this voltage is discharging through this. Okay, I said this point is increasing. Initially it was 0. Okay, when this is discharging, okay, so this is VDD, this is a resistor, this is a resistor. Okay, initially it was 0, now it is connected. Now this value is increasing. Okay, this point value is increasing. When this value will increase, okay, when this value is more than threshold voltage of this value, this transistor. Getting my point or not? When this value, voltage value, will be more than the threshold voltage of this. Actually, it's inverter threshold, but it's more conservative. Think about the threshold voltage of this transistor. Then what happens? This will be on or not? Yes or no? People are.
Yes, sir.
So if this point voltage will be more than the threshold voltage of this transistor NMOS, then this will be on. This will be on means this will be 0. This will be 0 means this will be 1. It's a positive feedback. So that time it will be 10. So very simple thing. Why you are thinking so much? So you have to think for, okay. So now if this voltage, this point voltage will be more than the threshold voltage of this transistor NMOS, then the data will be destroyed. During that read operation, the data will be destroyed. So we have to preserve that data. So our condition is this value should not be more than the threshold voltage of this transistor. That was my question. So if you, this is the problem. If you know the problem, then we'll go for a solution. Without knowing the problem, if you're sizing the transistor, then it's meaningless. So that's why I'm asking what is the problem? You should know the problem. If this is the problem, then what we'll do to preserve that value? Then we'll go for the transistor sizing. During the read operation, what will the transistor sizing? During the write operation, what will the transistor sizing? Okay, this is the very, very important point in the SRAM design. Other things are simple. Okay, so clear. So we'll stop here because you have another class. So Vakar, clear up to this or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, please read this and understand these things. Okay, even if 10 times you read that, what is the meaning of this? Why this condition is required? How transistor sizing is important? Okay. What is the read operation, write operation, all these things. So please read from the book or any means trusted source. So, but you understand these things. Okay, it's very and please means what I am saying, listen carefully so that you will understand. You understood. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Stop here.